An Android's Rebellion. Yeah, that seems like a pretty fitting library sequence title. But honestly, that's not the most important part of this library sequence. The actual important part is that this is library sequence number 163. Now, at first, that number might not seem that important, but there are a total of 326 library sequences in this game. So, what that basically means is we're at the halfway point. Or, at least with the completion of this library sequence, we'll be at the halfway point. So yeah, we're pretty much right smack dab in the middle. And because we're smack dab in the middle, most of these missions are going to be normal missions. In fact, all of them are going to be normal missions except for the last one.
I can use those gun defense robots to get past here.
So it's pretty much just going to be from point A to point B from here on out. No. So yeah, I've mentioned a few library sequences before being pretty straightforward. And this one's pretty much as straightforward as it gets.
Blue Hedgehog spotted. What the heck is happening? These guys are monsters!
Death to all who oppose me.
I found it. The second Chaos Emerald. Once I find all of the emeralds, then I'll find the truth.
So that's Westopolis done. Now we move on to Glyphic Canyon.
I don't remember this place.
Hey, Shadow.
Hey,
You
Knuckles.
saw him too, didn't you? Those black creatures floating
Bye,
around
Knuckles.
here. Time to clean house and do a little exterminating.
The satellite laser continues to be useless.
Guess I have to go down.
Status report. Commencing attack plan C.
Well, I guess they finally found out where they were. Yeah, but I'm not helping you. I've already gotten all of the library sequences that involve the dark mission to this level, so I'm not worried about that anymore.
Behold the ultimate power.
I always grab onto that pulley right as I get full chaos control. Well, not always. Sometimes I get chaos control afterwards. Into the tornado. Well, I could think of worse ways that screws up. No, Black Doom, I'm not helping you. Which is funny, I just noticed that the last library sequence that I did, I think it was called Identity, was the first library sequence that I did where I didn't help Black Doom.
Ready, kid, decided.
Or at least it was the first one I noticed.
Those creatures are after the Chaos Emerald right down here in these ruins. We can't let them have it.
Well, I could have thought of worse ways that jump could have gone. At least that brings us to the end of Glyphic Canyon.
I take orders from no one. I do as I decide.
So that's Glyphic Canyon down. Now it's time for Prison Island. Probably one of my favorite levels in this route.
I know this place. It feels like I've...
This place used to be a military base, and they still...
Hey, Shadow. I gotta
Hey,
ask
Charmy.
you something.
Sorry I can't help you
You
right
asked
now.
me to find 5 top secret discs. But what's a top secret disc?
This yellow dragon, I can probably cross the river by stealing one of the creature's discs. This saucer seems to hover above the ground, but it doesn't seem to go that high.
I'm glad that this level only has to have you, or only has you go in one direction whenever you use the air saucers. Because trying to move around with this thing is pretty annoying.
The smaller worms that come from its mouth can home in on me.
I love how much the heat shield trivializes everything in this level.
Should I just leave the fire alone? If I need to get through a gap or take out enemies, I can slide by pressing the X button while running.
It's a little slower, but then I get to keep the heat shield. Or at least it's a lot easier to keep the heat shield.
I'm sensing an intense aura of evil coming from that glowing red orb.
Death to all who oppose me.
It is the X button that gives you a burst of speed while grinding on rails, right? I don't know what I did wrong there. But here we go.
The
The fourth Chaos Emerald.
I found it. The fourth emerald.
And that's Prison Island. Now it's time for Sky Troops. This blue sky, staring at it from afar. Have I seen it before? This level is still as great as it always is. Shadow. The foolish scientist still seeks to resist us. Use our cannons and blow his ship out of the sky. Okay, I shouldn't just let this play through just me reciting dialogue from the game.
Fancy running into you here. There's got to be some kind of peculiar power source that's keeping these ruins afloat. Find it and destroy it.
Gun wrecked some kind of vehicle here. It looks useful on uneven terrain.
Looks kind of inspired off of Tails and Eggman's mechs, too. I'm certain that's not the first time I've mentioned that. I wanted to see if I could jump that gap. With a spin jump. I probably could. Man, I love the music in this level. Should have gotten this thing earlier.
Guess I have to go down.
Take the higher path. It's funny how the temple has these little torches strewn about everywhere. I guess the Black Arms know how fire works.
Guns are useless against those black creatures that are carrying shields. To find them, just and then set my sights. I can't fall here.
Yeah, really just soaking in the atmosphere of the level. Such a great level. Anyways, that's it for Sky Troops.
You're not getting away from me this time, Doctor.
And now we're on to Iron Jungle.
Shadow, I need to get back to my base and restore order. Help me get away from these pesky gun soldiers who are on my tail.
No.
Are you the original? If you are searching
Sorry, Omega, I'm not helping you today.
aboard his airship, the Egg Balloon,
Actually, I think the dark path is
him and help me ground his vessel.
faster, so
While grinding, pressing the X button will make me do a 180 to gain a burst of speed. the doctor's airship.
Can I make this? I overshot. So that Bigfoot is actually hovering for a little bit.
Behold the ultimate power!
Those rings are perfect for using my light dash.
I want to say the lower path is better. But I don't know if that's necessarily true.
That's the entrance to the doctor's base.
And that's Iron Jungle. Out of the way.
Now, Doctor, you will tell me everything.
Now time to take out this boss fight. Though this fight's pretty easy.
You asked for it. No more Mr. Nice Guy. Time to crush you once again. Next time we meet, you won't be so lucky.
Were the I-beams always yellow? I always thought they were red. Or I guess I remember them being
android.
red.
Me? I don't believe you.
And now we're at Lava Shelter. The final level in this library sequence. And we'll be doing the dark mission.
Grinding will let me lean toward other rails to jump to.
So that means we'll still be ignoring Omega, unfortunately.
Shadow, Eggman is inside here. If you have a need to confront him, then assist me in my search.
Go through this door. Ride on this air saucer.
This saucer seems to hover above the ground, but it doesn't seem to go that high. It's not very powerful, but it looks like I can jump a second time while in midair.
So let's see if I can do this thing that I've always wanted to do in this level.
Shadow, Gun has surrounded my base and are trying to bring me down. Activate the volcanic defenses to shield the base.
Please don't make this harder for me, Eggman. That guy's gonna run right into the lava and explode. Oh, we didn't see it that time.
Partway through due to activating my volcanic defenses. The magma's really flowing here. That bridge is the only way to get across.
This way.
When all of the units of my volcanic system are activated, my base's defenses will be set. The second machine is up and running. Don't you worry. Even with the rise in magma level, you can still get through.
I keep trying to shoot at those things from a distance, but I never manage to land my shots the way I want them to.
You're going to need to use the walls to get past here.
Well, unless you have all 5 keys. I don't know if I need more shots from the Omochao gun, but it can't hurt.
This rail is already under the...
The Shadow Android's standard armament includes a very relentless lock-on missile.
That's 3! There are 2 more within my base.
Okay, up here, along this part. I know my commentary is pretty lacking throughout this playthrough, but so much of this is just... or so much of the importance of this library sequence is just the fact that it's approaching the halfway point.
One more to go. I'm counting on you, Shadow.
Okay. Now hopefully I don't screw this segment up like I did the last 2 times. I'm actually gonna wait. I mean, I know that this library sequence is nothing but normal missions, but it is going by pretty fast, so... Okay, now I can finally do that thing I've always wanted to do.
What are you doing?
Don't ruin this for me. Wow. My aim in this game has always been perfect. Okay. Oh, it didn't activate? Okay, let's try this one more time.
Excellent.
There we go. So it doesn't kill you. Okay.
The doctor knows the truth.
It would have been
about
really
my
funny if it
existence.
did,
Nobody
but
lays a hand on him except me.
I guess the game has a failsafe for that sort of thing. And now it's time for the final
I'll
boss.
turn both of you into scrap with my latest and greatest invention.
Final target confirmed. Commencing combat.
Get ready for a real blast. It's time for missile fever. Stop that! No! My beautiful rings!
You can
Starting off with Ring Fever.
hitting the button.
Ooh, Shadow Fever.
Death to all who oppose me. Stop that!
The next automatic system is set to whoever locks the 3rd slot as the designated attacker. In other words, by stopping the 3rd wheel yourself, you can deal an attack against Eggman.
That's it. Now you've asked for it.
Oh man, I don't like it when it's running around this way.
No! Not Shadow Fever!
Also, Shadow Fever again?
Death to all who oppose me!
Need some kind of weapon to strike at Eggman's cockpit.
Stop that! No! My beautiful rings!
Yeah, I only managed to get 2 Chaos Blasts there.
Stop that! What? Wait! Abort! Stop that!
And with this one,
If you can
I'm just gonna stand here.
Or missile you can
Anyways, that's the end of that.
Me!
Sorry, Doctor, but this is the end for you. Finally, I've got all the Chaos Emeralds.
I made you, and this is how you repay me?
I am Shadow Android, the ultimate life form, a copy of Shadow the Hedgehog. With the power of these emeralds, I will be stronger than him. This is who I am.
What?
Goodbye, Doctor.
Ah!